president.
Sikhumbuza ama-principal wakho ukuthi the Bila Act i-outline wonke ama-principles ukuthi when they admit these kids kumele babe nayo. And you know, it's very sad in all the schools esiphuma kuzo they have basutus, they are undocumented because the department has issued an instruction that they need to admit them whether they documented or not.
Yeah, but you know there's a court case on that one. You don't know about it.
Okay, but what happens with
I'm
the
saying, do you
strain
know about the
of-
court case?
What happens to the strain that we are facing as citizens?
Oh, Tina Pella, we find ourselves in the middle of it. Because we must remember, constitutional.
But why is the department not fighting back?
We have a constitutional obligation. All children of constitutional must be adults.
No, the constitution is protecting the citizens of the country and not everyone. I know that we're getting to a point where you're going to tell me that the constitution says for all who lives in it. I get that's our constitution.
I'm not going there.
That's,
I'm saying that constitutional, it's with an obligation as a department.
yeah,
All children
have the right.
of a school for age
Yeah.
must be adults.
But what happens
And those that
it says limited.
don't have-
Let's not forget about the limited resources.
those. No, but we.
It talks about
we
limited resources.
We're managing the resources.
No, you're not managing.
Those that are not documented.
Yeah.
It's not only South Africans. You know that.
It's not only foreigners.
It's not only foreigners.
Yes. I've been to a
It's,
school and it's very disappointing that
it's not only foreigners
Yes,
that are
South Africans
that are
too.
undocumented.
Correct.
So that's why the court case, when they said you don't look at the document as a Department of Education, you look at the child.
okay, why is
That
the
child
department
must
not
be
fighting
in
back?
class.
Why is the department not fighting back? Because it's your responsibility as a department to fight back. Because it's you guys are promoting illegality. If you're saying that you need to admit a child whose parent is undocumented, then you are saying that every person can come into the country, and because there's that law and there's that court
The
case.
Department of Home Affairs,
Yeah,
they still have a responsibility to manage immigration in this country.
that's true.
So we work very closely with them. What we do, even if we admit, but we will then say to a parent, here is your relevant department that you need to interact with, which is Department of Home Affairs. Make sure that your documentation is well in place, you have necessary documents for this child. And because also it becomes a disadvantage to that child anyway
Which
in
child are you
future.
talking about? Which child?
Any child that is not documented.
Okay, now you need to be
No,
specific.
I'll come to that.
You need to
I
be
will come to
specific
yours.
with child.
I will come to yours. I'm saying any child that is not documented
Yeah.
is a disadvantage to them because when they reach matric, we can't result them.
Is that the same reason why you guys have passed the law that children can now write matric without having any documentation?
It's been there a long time. They can write, but
so hence I'm saying
if
that
you
your
don't have a
department-
document, at the ultimate end, we're not going to result.
Hence I'm
so
saying
when
that-
let me finish. So when we interact with the parent,
Yeah.
we then guide the parent to say, you are not documented.
to give you 3 months.
Make sure that you are documented.
Yeah.
And we interact with the parent and Home Affairs to say this is what you're doing.
What
so
happens
it's a
when-
responsibility from ourselves and Home Affairs and the parent to make sure that the child is documented.
How do you resolve issues where you're sitting with a child in school? I was in that school just now. They have basutus whose parents are undocumented. They even showed us that they do follow-ups with the parents. But it's almost year end now. You're sitting with an undocumented child. Clearly the parent is undocumented and they don't even care because they don't even respond to them. How do you remedify the situation where you are promoting illegality? Because you are saying whether you're documented or not, we will help you. We will provide free school for your children, and you're not even taking into cognizance that there is child trafficking. And can I just finish?
Yeah.
There is child trafficking. Now, I'm going to say I am the mother of this lady, and there's nothing linking me with the child that I'm claiming to be the parent of. So you guys are also promoting human trafficking because we're not even sure that who are the parents of these kids. How do you guys correct that when we have a document that states what the parents need to submit at the schools, but vice versa, Nina, again, the department, you're working against your own laws Because the law says that they must produce your visas, you know, the relevant documents, your visas, your proof of address, which is permanent resident and all that. But also you are saying that whether they have it or not, you must take them. What happens to the child that lives opposite the school, that lives just here, that needs to be schooled in the school, but cannot be admitted because isikolo sigcwele abeSuthu who are living in this informal settlement, and there's another informal settlement they called Zamimpilo. What happens to that South African?
Each and everyone who lives closer to a school must be accommodated in a school.
That's not the case.
So
it doesn't happen.
If we cannot accommodate all of them, others we accommodate in the neighboring schools.
See, that's where the problem is. Now you have to move a child that lives just opposite the school and take them to a further school. Now they need to be traveling. That's more cost to a parent. Remember, these are public schools. They're supposed to be catering for disadvantaged families, and all that. So it would be easy for you to just be walking to school. I think that's why we have schools in our community, so that we can just walk to the schools. But mind you, if the departments are prioritizing foreigners over their own kids, how do we deal with that?
But the department is not prioritizing.
What is the department doing?
We are placing all children that are closer to school.
All children, whether you document
the children that are here, they are developing a school. There's nothing like that. They must be accommodated.
So
here.
I have a case.
So we're not prioritizing.
So I have a case in Mondio Primary. Now this is, and if you want reference, we'll give it to you.
Give me the
you can
case.
Talk to the mother of the child.
Yeah.
Who lives opposite the
What
school.
happened?
She was not admitted because she was told that applications already, their parents who already preferred their kids to be in that school. She went there, she produced everything to say, guys, ngihlala.
Did she apply within the application period?
Yes.
Well, Arabile, this is where we are expecting members of Operation Dudula and all those that are part of the public that are in support of the movement and their programs to gather here at Deep Kloof Square. And this is, of course, the meeting point, and they'll be going to various schools here in Soweto. We understand that the focus is about 4 primary schools, namely Zitatele, Dadaisang, and Leratong, primary school in this area, and really their focus is to put out a message out there to essentially say that South African children should be prioritized in public schools, as we have seen that they started their movement with public health facilities, to be quite specific, where they were preventing some migrants, from accessing the facilities. As you've rightfully said, not so long ago, we were covering a story where there was a Malawian mother who was claiming, a Malawian mother who claimed that she lost her toddler, who was denied access at 2 local clinics in Alexandra. Now they are expanding this into the education sector, and they are adamant that they will remain in this position, even with the criticism that we have seen come from education activists who have condemned this act, essentially saying that Operation Dudula is violating, the constitutional right, as we understand that everyone needs to have access to education in this country. By everyone, I mean everyone who is within South African borders. So we are expecting a number of them to gather outside of here. So it is going to be something of like a march where they'll be going to these various schools. At this particular moment, we don't know how it's going to be looking like in terms of, police visibility, monitoring those kind of schools so that schools are not disrupted in the process, because we have seen with the clinics, that kind of caused a bit of disruption, leading to, the SAPS being on the ground to ensure that there are no injuries, and also, everything continues as normal. So they are saying that they are trying to put a message out there that the South African government should prioritize South African children, because there is an issue in various schools where you would find, some children having to attend schools that are quite far from where they stay, mainly because, the school that is actually quite close to their home is full, or it has reached its capacity. So that is, an issue. But critics have also suggested suggested that Operation Dudula is redirecting their frustrations to the wrong people, referring to migrant children and, of course, their parents, saying that this is a result of, the failure of the system in government. But, of course, Arabile, as the day goes by, we'll keep you updated as to how this march will unfold.
Hi people, welcome back to this channel once again. If you're turning into this channel, please do also like, comment and share, and turn on the bell notification that will stop uploading new video for us to be notified. To all my returning subscribers, you guys are the best, and my new subscribers, thank you all. But the clip of video that you watch, I know that you have understand what is going on. Since all this why Operation Dudula have been saying that they don't want any foreigners again in South Africa. Now they went ahead to visit some schools to tell them that they should stop taking undocumented children. They should not enroll children of illegal foreigners in school again. They don't want them again. That they should or they should go to private school. So you that watch this clip of video, what do you have to take about all the whole thing that is going on in South Africa? Do you think that what Operation Dudula and his members are doing is the best? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and please stay tuned to this channel and see you guys in my next video. Thank you.